Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I have my December daily for December 3rd and continuing to love working in this journal. I absolutely love this journal so far. This was December 1st, December 2nd, and then for December 3rd, I based this spread on a library card that was in my collection. This is a card catalog card, and it is The Solitary Bird of Night. It's actually a collection of English songs, 1905. I really need to look that up. I'm curious what this is. But The Solitary Bird of Night made me think about the owl. I've never seen an owl in person in the wild. The only time I believe I saw one was driving at night, and I think one swooped down from a tree close enough that I got a glimpse of it in the headlights. The only other place that I have ever seen one is in captivity, and they are so beautiful. I would love to see one in the wild. So let me just show you what I have so far on this page. Alejandrina had sent me in some happy mail a set of cards. I believe they're Tim Holtz, and they're like reproductions of old photographs. This one was my favorite for Christmas. It was actually one of my favorites out of the whole pack because I love the shape of this tree. I love the silhouette. I love the looks on their faces. I don't know, there's kind of a grin on his face. He looks rather serious, but just the old building in the background, it looks like it may be from the 20s. I decided to put this on this page because it is a December journal. It looks like they've cut a Christmas tree, and I couldn't help but think about birds and how they need and use the trees for their homes. And we have to be really careful to have a balance between using trees and allowing trees to grow so that nature, the animals, have everything that they need. This again is a beautiful portion of one of the pages from Lindsay Zanora's kit. I believe that bird is a chipping sparrow. I went ahead and wrote that down. They're sweet little birds that sometimes look like they have a mask on, and they're pretty brown colors, and they have that little white kind of stripe that goes across their wings. This piece of paper, let's see, it was kind of the light colored handmade paper, and I painted it with a mixture of Distress ink, the Tim Holtz, the Distress Oxide. I like to water it down a little bit with clean water and a brush, and I just brushed it on to darken the page and to kind of go around the edges here. I've done a little bit of stamping with some of my favorite stamps with white paint, and this is the fabric that was glued in to start with, and we will get to that in just a minute. Let me slide this back under here if I can. There we go. I didn't want to mess it up. On the front, you see this. This is from a page of a book that I have, a vintage bird book. And of course that's a picture of an owl. And we have the library card, some stamping. Owl is such a beautiful word. Just those three letters together are pretty. They don't look like a word. If you look at it long enough, it's just one of those, it's just a wonderful, wonderful word. I've got the date under here, 12/3, and then this page, and you can see there's a little bit more stamping with Distress ink, and this this little portion of a page as well came from Lindsay's kit called Antique Aviary. There were some green leaves on here that I like on the page, but I didn't want them in the journal. There's a touch of green here, but I'm mostly focusing on whites, creams, maybe moving into browns and golds and things like that. So I took some white paint and covered those up a little bit, and I think it's really neat how the moisture of the paint pulled some of this ink through. I have a an inkjet printer. I don't have a laser printer. So the ink, you know, if you get it wet, it'll run. So then we open up, and this is a large spread. This is today's entry. It's a little bit personal, but I think it has a message that we all can relate to. Life can be so hard when we see those we love going through painful circumstances. I wish I could make everything better, fix everything. That's what I wish I could do. And especially when it's one of our children. You just want to be able to make everything right, you know, to go above and beyond and give them not only what they need, but even more. So we just have to keep going day by day. Everybody does, and do the best you can in that day. And give of yourself, but also take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, just let everything go and start again the next day. And this clip just holds that journal page. I will probably do some more on the back of that. This is from a vintage art print. I have several of owls that I've scanned, and I printed it to a smaller size and put that in as the centerpiece here. This little fox is a fox that I drew with with colored pencils. I also have watercolor pencils, but I don't think I used any of that in this. This is just the colored pencils. This is available in my shop right now. There's a set of 4 cards, and then you get the individual prints. And this is one of those little nature drawings. But I thought it just looked so pretty here with all of this nature. And think about foxes being out at night as well. You know, walking through the forest. I wanted this to feel like just a woodland notebook. You can see there's more stamping. I did some stamping with distress ink, and then used some white paint and a color called vanilla, and just sort of, you know, loosely filled in here and there. This is a page from a bird identification book. I thought about painting over the washi tape here, but it says, "Simply work hard." And we have all these beautiful owls. This flips up, and the tape on this side says, "Think deeply." So I left that tape like it is. This is a card, a journal card that I designed. These may be in the shop as well, and I'll have to check on that. But I love these cards. I love the little Victorian girl, the bird, the stamps. And I took one of my tickets here and stapled it to the page and added "to fly." Ticket to fly. Let's see, I went around the edge with a mixture of 2 colors of paint. One is this harvest grain, and it was mixed with white. So that's it. You can see a little bit of stamping around the edge. I may do some more with this page before it's over with. There's a little charm, a dragonfly that's been pinned to this piece of fabric. Again, a reason that I love the fabric. It's so handy to be able to embellish with just another layer of some type of material. So let's put this back. And this was printed from I have a book that's really old. I want to say it's late 1800s, maybe early 1900s, but it's the alphabet in French. And of course here is the H, and this is the word for owl. I printed this out and used it as a journaling page. So I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything on this spread, and I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back to share again tomorrow with my December daily for December 4th. Bye.